Hello! In this video, we're going to give an overview of the Hoson Soft settings. When you open Hoson Soft, make sure you are in the Settings section. We currently have the default settings for us to go through. Let's begin with suction. You can turn the vacuum on or off. You should have this off. The only time you'll hear the vacuum is when you have the print head on the bed. As you can see, we can move the head right or left. You can see the X position changing. If you want to move it back to the home position, click on X Reset. Next setting will be the common setting. Speed will be the speed of the carriage. We normally like to put it on high, but you do have the option of low and middle as well. Middle gives you the best print quality. High gives you the fastest print speed. Print direction is currently set to bi-direct setup, meaning the carriage moves left to right and prints onto the media. If needed, you can change this to left or right. This will increase the accuracy for small fonts. Next, we have preprint flash. We usually have this turned on. You do have the option to turn it off. Before it starts doing a nozzle check, you can see the print head carriage lifting up from the capping station and flash onto the cap, meaning it will shoot out the ink. We do want this to be on and not off. Auto cleaning. This is when every pass we do, we could ask the printer to auto clean and continue printing. This can be set up in the advanced menu. During the print, it'll stop and it will do a flush. Next is auto jump white. We normally have this on together. If you are sending a 1-inch print on a 13-inch media, the print carriage will move within the 1 inch when you have your settings on together. However, if you turn that off, it goes all the way from left to right across the 13-inch, which slows down your print. For the auto reset, we do want it to auto reset after every image we send, and change the direction or the distance that it's moving left to right. Let's assume that you're sending a 1-inch image after a 5-inch image. If you change this to no, it will move 5 inches width left to right while it's printing a 1-inch job. Keep it on. X margin is the margin from the head carriage to the actual media. Our printer does not detect where the media lies on the bed. We have to determine the starting position, also known as the print start position, within the bed. Next will be color bar setting. This is the stripes that are sprayed onto the media. We usually like to keep this on wetting or status, or even wetting and status as needed. If you are printing a white logo for about 10 minutes, you're going to notice the color drop. If you try to print a blue or red logo right after, to prevent this from happening, we want all the nozzles to be fired all the time, which is why we want to keep it on wetting. For the position, we like to keep it close to the carriage, so that it doesn't go all the way across the other side. The position right is closest to the printhead carriage's home position. Concentration has 3 options: normal, weak, and strong. Depending on which selection you're making, you're going to see a thicker bar printing onto the bed. Width of the concentration, or width of the color bar, can be determined here. You can make it thicker or thinner, depending on your settings. Distance from the actual print area. You can minimize the distance of the color bar to the actual print. I would recommend keeping at least 1 millimeter away from the actual print. Now let's head into occlusion setting. We have different options available. Light is going to be your day-to-day production. Normal is going to be higher resolution than light. Depth is higher resolution than normal. As you go down the list to super occlusion, the resolution goes up. If you do put it on super occlusion, it will slow down the print speed compared to light. Light is going to be the fastest option. Type will have 2 options. Strong A is the pattern that we're spraying the nozzles. We usually keep it on strong A as our default. But if you want to speed up the process or speed up the print, you can actually change this fog type. The load ink button is essentially the same thing as the load ink function on the printer. Once you click on this, the capping station gets engaged to the print head, draws out all the inks out to the waste ink bottle. Normally when you press this, you would have to stop the loading when you are done. During the initial process of your operation, You can do the filling ink through Hoson Soft. Click on Stop and make sure to execute cleaning. Remember that you have 3 options. You could press the Clean button on the printer, which by default will execute Clean Weak. You also have Normal and Strong. Heading over to Advanced Function, we have the Channel Control. We have one head option along with color and white. We also have a one head with 4 color option. We don't usually change this, but if you don't want to print any white, you can turn off the white by selecting the 4 color option. We keep color control at normal, which is the default setting. You also have the option to have color or white. For mirror print, we're not going to mirror the image as it comes into the rip, since we are doing that in DigiRip already, but you do have the option to change this to a horizontal mirror. Ink to deepen is turned off. You also have mode 1, 2, and 3. Each will darken the color, and off will be your normal setting. Our last section is Global Ink Setting. We're not going to enable Global because we have a specific ink that we're using. If you do enable Global, we can change the ink density on Global Ink Setting. We're going to leave it off. And that is an overview of the settings on Hoson Soft. Thank you for watching.